India is a colourful country of contrasts and contradictions. You can visualize the beauty and feel the romance from many angles. The Taj Mahal is an exquisite visual splendor and a loving tribute of an emperor to his beautiful wife. The cities of Rajasthan, Jaipur, Jodhpur, and Udaipur are filled with beautiful palaces and offer romantic getaways. However, India is shockingly primitive in its infrastructure, as evidenced by its chaotic traffic, street noise, pollution, and unsanitary conditions in many public places. This inherent contradiction extends to the people of India. With 1 billion people and growing, India has possibly the widest economic chasm between the extremely rich and the desperate poor. As a percentage of the population, the rich Indians are less than 0.1%, while about 1/3 of the population constitutes a growing middle class by world standards. 2/3 of them are poor, with a vast majority of the poor earning less than $1.50 per day, below the global poverty mark.
We at Surya Chandra Foundation are focused on the state of women, worshipped as goddesses. At the same time, they are victims of inequality in all walks of life and face rampant crimes against them. The Constitution and the laws allow unlimited and equal opportunities for the Indian women, while tradition and culture are major inhibitors of progress of women. India prides itself on the women leaders. Prime Minister of India, President of India, head of the political party, and many CEOs and administrative heads are prominent women. It begins before even a girl child is born, as many fathers and even some mothers desire and prefer a son over a daughter, leading to infant feticide and unfavorable sex ratio between women and men.
Female feticide is the act of aborting a fetus before it is female. Fetal sex determination and sex-selective abortion has grown into a $200 million industry. Social discrimination against women and a preference for sons have been the reasons. It is estimated that more than 10 million female fetuses have been illegally aborted in India. Researchers in Canada and India believe that 500,000 girls were being lost annually through sex-selective abortions.
Surya Chandra Foundation is primarily focused on increasing awareness and promoting the value of a girl child to the family. The foundation will support campaigns promoted by activist organizations engaged in using media and celebrities to raise awareness of the gender disparities resulting from sex-selective abortion.
Trafficking in girls is a form of violence against women. Women and girls are trafficked within the country for the purposes of commercial sexual exploitation and forced marriage, especially in those areas where the sex ratio is highly skewed in favor of men.
Surya Chandra Foundation is currently focused on increasing awareness and building support for local organizations engaged in using media and celebrities to promote the cause. The foundation also intends to support NGOs providing rehabilitation services for victims.
The major concern is the lack of sufficient educational opportunities for girls. Nationwide, the literacy rate for women is 54.28% versus for men at 75.96%.
Surya Chandra Foundation can help ensure equal access to education, eradicate illiteracy among women, improve women's access to vocational training and continuing education, and also promote lifelong education and training for girls and women. Surya Chandra Foundation intends to support the introduction of computer science courses at Avai Home School for orphan girls located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
In nearly every country, women work longer hours than men, but are usually paid less and are more likely to live in poverty. Poor women do more unpaid work, work longer hours, and may accept degrading working conditions during times of crisis, just to ensure that their families survive.
Surya Chandra Foundation is focused on enabling women to rise above poverty and inequality by supporting the following objectives: promote women's economic rights, facilitate women's equal access to resources, employment, markets, and trade, provide women with access to savings and credit, eliminate all forms of employment discrimination, promote harmonization of work and family responsibilities for women. Surya Chandra Foundation supports ANU, Association for Non-Traditional Employment for Women, located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, to educate young girls from poor families trained as home nursing assistants.
Crimes against women have been increasing over the years. The reported crimes against women in 2008 were 195,856, compared to 185,312 during 2007. Although women may be victims of many crimes, but rape is one of the most heinous crimes. Besides rape, other crimes include kidnapping and abduction, dowry death, torture, cruelty by husband or other relatives, molestation, sexual harassment, importation of girls, immoral traffic, or indecent acts on women.
Surya Chandra Foundation can help prevent and eliminate violence against women, eliminate trafficking in women, and assist victims of prostitution and trafficking.
Early marriage is defined as a marriage in which the bride is below 18 years and the groom is below 21 years. Girls who bear children before they close their adolescent growth spurt remain physically underdeveloped and have greater risk of complications of pregnancy and maternal death. Although the expectation of life at birth for women has increased from 36.1 years in 1951 to 66.91 years in 2006, the health and nutritional status of women and girls leaves much scope for improvement. Factors influencing the poor status of women and girls are unsafe drinking water, inadequate sanitation facilities, poor hygiene and housing conditions in rural and urban poor areas, disproportionate workload, and physical and mental violence. A vast number of rural households do not have access to toilets within their homes. This situation is particularly true for women and girls. 78% of households in rural areas do not have any toilet facilities.
Surya Chandra Foundation can help increase women's access to affordable and quality health care, information and services, strengthen preventive programs that promote women's health, increase resources and monitor follow-up for women's health.
The mission of Surya Chandra Foundation is to stop violence against women and empower underprivileged women to rise above poverty and inequality through encouragement, basic education, and vocational skills.
We need your generous contributions for us to move forward and expand the scope of creating employment opportunities through vocational training for hundreds of poor deserving girls, and for increasing the number of high school girls receiving computer science education. Please visit our website s-c-foundation.org to learn more about how you too can make a difference. Thank you for watching this video. Please tell a friend.